me again for what reason? Sorry.
To issue you.
Yeah, but why are you issuing me that?
Because you're causing people harassment, alarm, and distress.
That's your opinion.
No, that's their opinion.
No, that's your opinion.
That's what they told us.
So they could come out here and tell you anything. You're just going to act on that, is it? Is that how it works?
Well, that's why I'm giving you a form.
Is that how it works? They come out here and tell you to do something and you just do it, is it?
Well, and that I've seen you harassing people.
How have you seen me harassing people? I was sat by there, mate.
Putting your camera in people's face.
How am I putting it in people's faces? I'm sat right by there and they're walking through the door. I'm about...
Alright then, so what you're seeing here is a Section 35 being issued. Now, I don't know if there was a Section 34 in place or not, but it would be interesting to find out. But his reason for issuing him with a dispersal order is because a member of the public, or a couple of them, have come up and said he is harassing them because he is asking them questions. Now, he had said it's because you are putting a camera in their face. I ain't being funny, but there's cameras everywhere. Not only that, the police are... You got bloody Keir Starmer saying that we need to put these facial recognition cameras nationwide. So the police are going to be putting cameras in people's faces, breaching their privacy by scouring the internet for all of their information. It is absolutely ridiculous. Now, facial recognition, I believe, is an infringement on your privacy. That's just my belief. You might have a different belief, but I believe it is. And they're saying just for the inconvenience, it may cause a few people. It's worth doing. Now, this is a Section 35 dispersal because he is asking people how much to make. Funny. He's asking people how much to make, and the police have had a report that is harassing people, so they're going to act on it rather than actually seeing any evidence. Now, I don't know what this Section 34 is being put in for, but I'm assuming I will probably never know unless if he gets the information and puts it up public. But let's just get straight into this video.
What accusations does he make against me?
Well, he's just telling us that you're harassing people.
I'm harassing people?
Yeah.
No, I'm not harassing people. I'm just by there recording, asking questions.
Well, that seems harassing.
Well, that's what he says. But
yeah,
you know. How much money you got on your bank account, mate?
Why is that?
How much wages have you got? How much do you get paid?
Hey, buddy, I'm talking to you. Why is that any concern of yours?
Why are you asking? Are you detaining me? You detaining me? What's your name and badge number?
8147.
8147. What about you? What's your name and badge number?
My badge number is 54366.
And your name?
Why does it matter what people have in their bank account?
Why does it matter to you? Why does it matter to you?
Because people are telling us that you're harassing them.
Well, that's not true. Have you got any evidence of that?
Well, I just saw you standing right outside the door.
Is that against the law to stand outside the door? Am I breaking the law here?
If you're causing people harassment, alarm, distress...
Well, I'm not saying anything. All I'm asking is how much wages they got.
Yeah, but why is
what about you? How much wages have you got?
Concern of yours?
What about you? What wages have you got?
Why is that any concern?
It's my own private business.
It's not though, is it?
It is. It's my private business.
How is their wages your
personal
private
information?
business?
Why would anyone want to give you their personal information?
Well, I don't know. Why would somebody ring me up on a phone call asking me my personal information? I don't know what the problem is here, guys. You come here for nothing, to be fair. What's your name again, sorry?
Murray.
Murray. Nice to meet you, Murray.
Right.
Stay safe, mate.
No.
I don't want to talk to you, sorry. Unless you're going to detain me. Unless you're detaining me for a crime or something, then I'll talk to you, but...
I'm not going to detain you.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a form to make you leave.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't take it.
Well, then you're going to be arrested.
Well, for what?
For failing to follow my instructions for direction to leave.
I'm public area, mate. I'm in the public area, in the public centre.
Stay here, or you're going to be arrested.
Okay, I'll stay here. Or I'll be arrested. Did you hear that? Do as I'm told or I'm arrested. That's a threat, that is, mate.
No, it's a warning.
It's a threat.
It's a warning.
No, it's not. It's a warning. It's a threat. What about you? Do you agree what he's doing?
Okay then, so let's actually get into what gives the police the powers, because you need to get into what gives them the powers before they can actually issue a Section 35. So it's covered under the Antisocial Behaviour, Crime and Policing Act of 2014, like he already said, Section 34. What I'm going to do is actually let all this be read out.
Authorizations to use powers under Section 35. 1. A police officer of at least the rank of inspector may authorize the use in a specified locality, during a specified period of not more than 48 hours, of the powers given by Section 35. Specified means specified in the authorization. 2. An officer may give such an authorization only if satisfied on reasonable grounds that the use of those powers in the locality during that period may be necessary for the purpose of removing or reducing the likelihood of a. Members of the public in the locality being harassed, alarmed, or distressed, or b. The occurrence in the locality of crime or disorder. 3. In deciding whether to give such an authorization, an officer must have particular regard to the rights of freedom of expression and freedom of assembly set out in Articles 10 and 11 of the Convention. Convention has the meaning given by Section 21(1) of the Human Rights Act 1998. For an authorization under this section, a. It must be in writing. b. Must be signed by the officer giving it, and c. It must specify the grounds on which it is given.
So there's a few things there, isn't there, what indicates what can and can't be used. So this is how it must be given. An inspector must give it for no more than 48 hours, but it cannot contravene Article 10 and 11 of the Human Rights Act. So we'll get into the Human Rights Act in a minute. But before we get on to that, let's actually have a look at Section 35 and what Section 35 is. So this is what we need to be looking at. Oh, 1 second. All this up to here.
1. If the conditions in subsections 2 and A3 are met and an authorization is in force under Section 34, a constable in uniform may direct a person who is in a public place in the locality specified in the authorization a. To leave the locality or part of the locality, and b. Not to return to the locality or part of the locality for the period specified in the direction, the exclusion period. 2. The first condition is that the constable has reasonable grounds to suspect that the behavior of the person in the locality has contributed or is likely to contribute to a. Members of the public in the locality being harassed, alarmed, or distressed, or b. The occurrence in the locality of crime or disorder. 3. The second condition is that the constable considers that giving a direction to the person is necessary for the purpose of removing or reducing the likelihood of the events mentioned in subsection 2a or b. 4. The exclusion period may not exceed 48 hours. The period may expire after, as long as it begins during, the period specified in the authorization under Section 34.
So it can't exceed 48 hours, but if you get it issued to you, considering a Section 34 cannot exceed 48 hours, if you're on the last 5 hours of the Section 34, then your exclusion can only last as long as the Section 34 lasts. So it cannot exceed the section itself. Now, it does say if it's likely to cause harassment, alarm, or distress, but it also says here the directive, whether given such an authority, of must have previous regards to the rights of freedom of expression and freedom of assembly set out in Article 10. So it cannot contravene this. So it does say exactly what it is: freedom of expression and freedom of assembly. So let's actually get into the Human Rights Act. So this is Article 10 of the Human Rights Act of 1998. So let's get into this.
Everyone has the right to freedom of expression. This right shall include freedom to hold opinions and to receive and impart information and ideas without interference by public authority and regardless of frontiers. This article shall not prevent states from requiring the licensing of broadcasting, television, or cinema enterprises.
Right, so I'm going to stop it there. So, everyone has the right to freedom of expression. The right shall include freedom to hold an opinion and to receive and impart information and ideas without interfering. So, he has his right to hold an opinion, and he also has a right to receive other people's opinions. Now, let's actually get on to Article 11. Freedom of assembly. Right, it's just the first bit we're interested in.
Everyone has the right to freedom of peaceful assembly and to freedom of association with others, including the right to form and to join trade unions for the protection of his interests.
So, freedom of assembly is obviously not assembling anything, but you can say what he is doing is protected under freedom of expression. He is expressing himself and asking people questions. So, would this section 35 actually apply to him? And does their grounds for issuing it not violate his human rights? That is an argument for the courts if he takes it that far. But let's get back into the video. I probably won't interrupt the video again. I'll just let it play all the way through.
You agree, what he's doing? Okay. So just out of curiosity, where is the thing? Because I'm going to go stand over by there in a minute.
No, it'll be citywide.
Citywide?
Yeah.
You can't give me a ban for citywide.
I can.
You can't. You can't. Officer Murray. Do you enjoy your job?
I do.
Yeah.
What's your name, Beth?
Mark Baker.
What's your date of birth?
I don't know.
You don't know your date of birth?
I don't, sorry. Did he call you on a 999 or a 101?
No, we were just patrolling and we were...
Oh, you were just patrolling and you came along? That sounds like bullshit to me, but I'll find out anyway. I'll find out who made an inaccurate report. Just out of curiosity, is recording illegal? Is that illegal? I'm asking you a question, officer. Is recording illegal?
Not.
No, okay. Is speaking to people against the law?
No.
No? Okay, so you're basically giving me legal requirements for doing things I'm not breaking the law.
It's causing people...
That's your opinion. That's your opinion. No, that's your opinion.
No, it's their opinion. That's
No,
what they
well,
told me.
they should work somewhere else then, shouldn't they, really? Instead of in a public area. They should go somewhere else, shouldn't they, and work? Excuse me, love. How much wages do you get in here? How much you got in your bank account?
What's your home address?
No, nobody's answering me, so I mean...
What's your home address?
I don't know my home address.
Would you describe yourself as white male?
No, black.
Black male, yeah.
Black male, yeah.
Black Caribbean or black African?
Caribbean sounds good. So it's just banned for today then, is it? Because I'll come back tomorrow and do the same thing. 48 hours? Oh, okay then. Well, I'll go to Central Police Station in a minute and clarify all this stuff. To be fair, I got your names and your badge numbers and that. So I'll go to Central Police Station now and clarify what you're doing is actually legal. I don't think so, but... I mean... But you say so, don't you, officer? You got a badge on your helmet. Can you just go in here and tell them to mind their own business? Or do you work for them? Do you work for them or do you work for us? No, don't answer that question. Yeah. See, he just smiled and waved at me, mate. He doesn't look African harmed and distressed to me. All right, mate, thanks, fella. Thanks, fella. You just proved my case. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Did you just see that smile on his face and the wave? Did you see a couple of people in there smiling and waving at me? So one person got a problem, and that results in alarm, distress, and all that kind of bollocks you're talking about. Is your body cameras on as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're supposed to notify me your body cameras are
I
on.
did notify you earlier on.
You didn't. It's on record, by the way. So anything you did say is on record. So,
There you go.
I mean, you know. Do you know your handcuffs? This is a question I want to ask. Does the key that you have, does that work on all handcuffs or just, you know? Just so you know, guys, I don't have any problems with you. It's just, you know. Just so you know, I just know what I'm doing is perfectly legal, and I know what you're doing isn't, so. But you should know that. You probably do know that. You just think we're all ignorant and naive to the laws, and I don't know. I could Google all the shit right now and tell you what the law is. But hey, we live in an active country, don't we, eh?
Is anyone else going to nick Jim or anyone? They'll stop the mail.
Oh, so I don't need a map, mate. I know the city very well.
Okay, 2 seconds. So we'll give you a map. Obviously,
No, I don't want a map. I won't be taking anything from
it
you.
gives you a better idea of where the boundary of where you're supposed to come in.
Oh, okay. You're talking about this place here, are you?
The whole of the city centre.
The whole of the city centre. I don't think you have that authority to ban me from the whole city centre, mate, but we'll find out.
Right, you going to sign this?
No.
Okay.
So I just come down now.
Perfect.
So you detained me again for what reason? Sorry?
To issue you. With
Yeah, but why are you issuing me that?
Because you're causing people harassment and alarm and distress.
That's your opinion.
And that's their opinion.
No, that's your
That's
opinion.
what they told us.
So they could come out here and tell you anything, you're just going to act on that, is it? Is that how it works?
Well, that's why I'm giving you a form.
Is that how it works?
instead of
They come out here and tell you to do something and you just do it, is it?
Well, and that I've seen you harassing people.
How have you seen me harassing people? I was sat by there, mate.
Putting your camera in people's face.
How am I
outside
putting
their
people in
place
their
of
faces?
work,
I'm
asking
sat
their-
right by there and they're
asking
walking through the
their
door.
personal
I'm
information.
about what? Four or five
concern
metres
yours.
away from them? How is that alarm and distress? They're just making it up, mate, to be fair. And you're acting on it because, well, you're only young and you haven't got your own brain, have you? Just get told what to do. How come you're not wearing gloves? It's the cold.
It's easier to write without gloves on.
Yeah, I suppose. You could do what I do and just speak into the phone and then it's all recorded, then you don't have to write anything down.
I'll do both of those things.
Yeah.
We'll just wait for some maps now.
Sure, man. And so this is you abusing your authority and powers, eh? Nice, mate. Well done. Well done to you. Who did you say was coming?
Another officer coming out with the maps.
Is that officer or sergeant and knows about the law?
He's a sergeant.
Okay, yeah. It's okay, mate. I've already told you I've got no problem with you.
That's fine. And if can you not smoke while you
Can I not? Can I not what?
smoke?
I'm not, mate. You people are doing my head in for sure. You don't get to tell me what to do, mate. You don't get to tell me what to do just because you're wearing that uniform. You do not get to tell me what to do. We're in public. We're in a public area, in a public place. I'm doing something perfectly legal. Something
What's
perfectly
your
legal.
address?
I told you I don't know my address.
Well, if you don't tell me your address, you're going to be arrested then.
Okay.
So you're going to give me your address?
No.
Mate, I'm giving you the option to leave.
I'm giving you the option to leave. Do you think this is my first rodeo, as they say? That's a funny pair of shoes, mate. I don't think I've seen those boots on an officer before. think that's what the problem is here, guys. I think you've gotten too used to just telling people what to do and they just jump to it and you don't really understand when people says no to you. We do live in a free country, you do realise that, right? I'm talking to you particularly. You realise we live in a free country, right? And do we or not?
It's a free country.
Right, okay, so it's a free country.
What are you doing in a free country?
Well, as long as you're not breaking the law, I mean, people can do whatever they like. I mean, that's the whole point of a free country, right?
I think you are breaking the law.
I am not breaking the law.
You're causing people
I am not
to
breaking the law. Somebody has rang you and made an accusation that I'm breaking the law. So, I mean, when you come around here, you see me stand by there. I wasn't going in the building, I wasn't doing anything. So
It's quite clear that your actions were causing people distress.
was it? Well, when people was walking past and
We
smiling.
had 4 people come up to us and say.
Okay, and I had about 6
You
people
harassed
walk
them.
past and smile. So there we go. That's from pure 4 people, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't
It
matter.
kind of does, doesn't it? That's what I mean.
It only needs one, Beth.
That guy over there, see that guy over there? He's a bit alarming to me. So
only needs one.
I mean, oh, he only needs one.
Yeah.
Okay, well that guy over there is harassing me. I feel alarmed by him. I feel alarmed and harassed by you two. So I mean, I think personally, just making it up as you go along. But hey, the judge will work it out in the end, won't he? That's what they're for. Is he on his way?
Yep.
Yeah. Has he got an ETA?
About 3 hours.
3 hours. So we're going to stand here for 3 hours, causing more harm and distress. That's a bit weird. Well, I've got plenty of battery life. I
Do you not have anything better to be doing on a,
No,
on
mate.
a Friday?
I really don't. I really don't have anything better to do.
Oh, I feel sorry for you.
Well, you don't look like you feel sorry for me. It looks like you're trying to crucify me, to be fair. Looks like you're trying to make my day even worse. Thanks. I mean, nobody asked me to leave, by the way. So I wasn't asked to leave by anybody. So nobody told me to go away or anything like that. I went around the back, spoke to security guards around there. They were okay.
But it's the security that have come up to us to tell.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Harassing people.
Yeah, well, that's what they do, security guards, don't they? They ring up and...
It was members of staff first, like it was security.
Do you want to go grab them?
Yeah. Just gonna pop this end in the bin up there, right, bro? I like that guy in the van, to be fair. He's a good guy. He's alright.
Right, Mark, if that's your real name, probably isn't. See this map? See this red line?
Ah, it's bollocks, mate.
You are directed to leave this area for the next 48 hours.
See you later, guys.
No, and you're going to leave that way.
I live that way.
Yeah, but you're going to leave that way.
I live this way.
You're going to leave that way.
Mate, take your fucking hands off me.
You're going to leave that way. Right, take this
I ain't taking nothing off you.
and take this.
I ain't taking anything from you. You're fucking nonce, mate. I can see it.
Right.
Get away from me.
Mark,
Get away from
you're
me.
directed to leave that way. Over
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bridge,
yeah,
towards Tudor Street. If
No,
you don't
no, I
leave-
live that way.
If you don't leave, you're going to be arrested.
Okay, fine. See you later.
See ya.
See you.
That way.
See you later, mate.
That way.
Yeah, okay. I'm going.
Go on then.
I am.
You've got 1 minute.
For what? You threatening me again? Mate, I'll be seeing you in court, guy.
I'll probably be seeing you later.
Yeah, you will be.
Okay then, so at the end his request to leave in a very specific direction is just a way to inconvenience him, but under section 36 of the same act, restrictions cannot apply if you live in the area, if you've got reasonable excuse to breach the the restrictions like getting home, if you're working the area and all that sort of stuff. So Section 36 actually can put restrictions on what the police can actually issue you with. Because if you live in the area or you're employed and you're going to work and that lot, it means the dispersal order is absolutely irrelevant because you need to go in them areas anyways. Now, is unlawful directive to exit the town in a very specific way, like I said, is just a way to inconvenience him because it's saying you have to go out this way and take the long route right around rather than cutting straight through. Now, to me, I think it would be absolutely irrelevant if he cut straight through as long as he left the area. But that is if this is even a lawful thing is done anyways. And if it's not, it's a Section 26. Because like I said, his only proof is that people have come up and said that. And like he said, well, I can say he's offending me or he's offending me. Are you going to go off that? No, they're not. Because they need reasonable grounds to believe that this is true. Just because somebody says it is not necessarily proof that it is happening. Now, near Christmas, I have been experiencing Section 34s and Section 35s being put in place quite a lot in Chester because of the Christmas markets. They're trying to move all the homeless out of the town to keep people coming in. Now, that would be an unlawful use of a Section 35 because as long as they're not harassing anybody, there's nothing they can do. So moving them out of the town just to make the town look pretty for the Christmas market and the shops and everything is an unlawful use of this. But every single week since December, we have seen a Section 34 being put in place and the police using a Section 35. Now, this weekend, I cannot go out and film this in action. Next weekend, I possibly can, which will be because they only put it in for the weekend from the Friday to the Sunday. But next weekend, the 20th, I should be able to get into the town and go and record, and I'll do it the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd to just show you what the police are doing with these unlawful uses. But everything you're seeing in this video and everything I've highlighted is just my opinion and how the law is read and my opinion on how the law is being put in. I want to thank my member for joining. If you want to join, click the join button, pick a tier, and you will be added to the list of people. But let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this interaction. As always, like the video, it does help in YouTube's algorithm, and I'll catch you on the next one.